I will not say that this is the right word chosen. Welcome, I would say, to this press conference. After the press conference, the Netherlands playing Czech Republic. Let's start by your questions. Helena Hendricks is the first person who raised the hand. So, Helen, we'll try to reach you. There you go. You can ask the question. Frank, you've mentioned it before many times, but you measure everything. Why do you choose 24 hours before a game? Why do you choose to travel that late when you know the difference in circumstances, for example, the atmosphere, the temperature? Why did you choose to travel that late? Well, I thought, or we thought, that this was the best decision to make, and afterwards it's always easy to talk. We thought that traveling or being in the heat and this warmth less is better than being more. But it's normal. Your body needs to adapt to these new circumstances. That's normal. Well, but the Czech also had this, don't you think so? They arrived even later than us. Sure, then the next question. It's about Daniel Malen, the player. You told against the Dutch broadcaster NOS he can only play 60 minutes. Why is that? Yes, I mentioned 60 or 70 minutes. That's what we measured. You already mentioned that word, measuring. We knew that he could play 60 or 70 minutes. So you need to make a decision when you have to substitute. Normally, of course, with 10 or no, 11 players, then you don't substitute him. But we had a great opportunity. If Denzel Dumfries passed it, then you also have a one-to-one situation with the goalkeeper, but you know that you have to substitute him sooner or later, and at that moment we have this opportunity to choose between the players, or to substitute two players very quickly, or not, just substitute him. So this is what we did. What conclusion can you draw out of this, and do you think you can blame yourself something? Well, I'm responsible at the end of the day, so sure, you can always blame it on me, or you can at least take this responsibility, and I need to take a look at the mirror. And it wasn't our best game, please. Yes, let me make this clear, but it's not that we did not dominate. In the second half, we had even more control or dominated better the game. We also created two good opportunities. But this is top sport, played on top level. You play with details who can decide the game. And then in 1 minute, the whole world is turned upside down for only one moment. And this was when we had to make the 1-0. But we did not do so, and these are hard lessons to take. And at the end of the day, I am responsible at the end. So yes, I am the one to blame. But what can you blame specifically? What is your to blame? Well, of course, the players need to do or to perform, but I need to reflect about it and see we have to prepared ourselves well towards this game. The Czech Republic is a good team. They are tough to beat. You don't win from them that easily, and it's all about creating the opportunities and score these goals, and we did not do so. And we wanted to create more, obviously, but it's not an opponent who give away opportunities like that so easily. And at halftime, I mentioned something we could improve. What did you mention exactly in halftime? Well, like Memphis and Daniel Malen, the player, are sometimes playing at the same line, and so they switched the sides a little bit more. And with the speed of Daniel, you could see that, and at the moment one-on-one with the goalkeeper, these are the moments that you want to be in, and so you need to provoke situations like that, and you need players to create spaces and have more moments like that. So this is what we tried to provoke, and we have performed not good enough tonight, and the players who did not reach their usual level that we've seen usually. Maarten Wijfels, question for you from the Dutch newspaper. continuing on that, what we just heard before the tournament and during the tournament, there was this phrase from Bert van Marwijk, the Dutch former head coach: when things go wrong, it doesn't mean that it turns out completely bad. Well, I had to think about it many times. I think you are right, actually, and it's not our best game and the way we can play, but I did not feel that they created many opportunities, and I think, in my opinion, that we were better. And at the start, we had some problems with them by defending their side, and we controlled the game right after that, after 7 or 8 minutes. Of course, they created some opportunities, but we did as well, and we reached their lines at the end of the pitch. We got high on the pitch with the Dutch defender Patrick van Aanholt, and the end pass did not reach its target, and it's all about the opportunities that can be 100% clear. You need to score these opportunities, and we didn't do so, but I think we performed with 11 decently and not that bad. So when you take a look at the formation or the way we played, it wasn't that bad. And then suddenly one player slipped away and the world get turned upside down. Thanks a lot, Marta, for your question. Maybe one more thing I can ask you? Yes, of course, it's all right. The last game, we spoke about Wijnaldum, the players of Northern Macedonia. He turned in the penalty area like 6 or 7 times, but now he didn't even have ball possession. Yes, that's right. Is this something that you try to fix during halftime with some changes or substitutes you want to bring in? Well, it's this is part of football, and sometimes one side of the pitch, then you can achieve something, or you need to bring in a player like Genie who can run and create spaces. But today it wasn't that good. Maybe I think it's thanks to the Czech Republic, who played well, and you need to look for other things. And Daniel, the player, Daniel Male, tried to do so, and we needed to find them, or we wanted to find them, and play from the midfield towards the strikers, and that was too difficult today. And Denzel Dumfries, we saw him all playing, receiving the ball from Daley Blind in the last line. And I mentioned that we have to look for these passes, these type of ball possession, because of the Czech Republic is really well organized. And sometimes we got through them in the way we wanted, but sometimes we had to play the long ball quicker. And like I mentioned to your colleague Helene, play right behind each other, so that you can make a decision if the central or midfielder continues running and create some more space, and you pass the ball towards him. Some details like that, I mentioned it during the halftime. And in the second half, I think there wasn't that anything happened, no problem at all. But then Denzel might be our most dangerous player with some good passes, who did not arrive but almost, and you hope that it just falls right between the lines and correctly, and you hope that you don't give away that many opportunities. It did not happen neither in the second half, but yes, right after the red card, of course, everything changes. And so we go to you for the next question. Hello, Frank. You always talk about maintain your focus and being concentrated towards this game. Do you feel that you reached the maximum out of it? Yes, I do think so. That from October we started the campaign, and you mentioned things about the tournament. This is a special moment. You need to be live it. You need to live it in a way, almost in a special way. We did this so by watching videos and analyze the opponents, possible opponents, and I think that the players believed in it. So in my opinion, in my eyes, I think we did everything to achieve the highest goal possible. Frank, the question for you. Yes, you broke with the Dutch style that we are used of seeing, and then the connection got lost, that we don't hear the journalists now. I think the connection of Martijn is on. Then we go towards the next journalist. Good evening, Frank. Question for you. Just that you have to think about and take your time to reflect, and you also think about continue doing this job. Why don't you just see or tell us that you see a lot of potential in this group and you want to continue and you want to work on the World Cup? And well, I think this group is definitely good and they can achieve everything. But now the emotions are, it's a short day, so we have all a big hangover, and I think you need to think about it in a better way and not to decide nothing tonight. So I will take this bitter pill tonight, and afterwards we will see what happens. Thanks a lot, Jochen, for your question. Martijn, we hope that the connection is better now. I hope also, like I mentioned, you broke with the style of the Dutch school, the system the Netherlands used to play. When you look at the campaign that you have played, what do you think that you achieved? What did you reach? Well, I think that we can continue on this same way. I call this system 3-5-2. It depends on how you dominate the game. And in my opinion, we were the dominant team, and on the left and on the right side of the wing-back players who almost constantly were attacking. Denzel, the right winger, was one of the most dangerous players today, and some people in the center of the field who can be really creative. They also found some solutions from the back in the pitch in the defensive way of style. So I am convinced that this is a great system or style we should play. The same idea I have about 4-3-3. So the players we have, I think this was the best thing we could do. So if you could do it again, you would do so? The same way? Yes. I take a look at the team that we have at this moment, and when you look at Steven Berghuis, then you can choose for him, but I did not, and I choose for this system, and I think we did well. Alright, when you mentioned the evaluation with the Dutch Football Association, do you think that there will be any problem? No, I do not respond to this question at this moment. I need to think about it, and we will evaluate and reflect on it. And first of all, I will inform the other people, and afterwards I will get back to you guys. Thanks a lot, Martijn, for your question. Valentijn Driesen from the Dutch magazine Telegraaf. Question, floor is yours. Frank, what you mentioned right before, it's a bit abracadabra. Can you be more specific, please? Look, now at the moment you're full of all the emotions, and you have to reflect on it in a good way, and you get the things to aside and think about it. You know how it feels. In 2000 I lived through this as well, and you think that, or you feel that you should have reached the final or continue in the tournament, and it hurts. It hurts really bad, and afterwards you can start thinking about other things. So let's do so first, and after that I will think about it easily and take my time. There seems to be a problem with the buttons that you are touching. Okay, there's the question. Valentijn. It has never been great performance by the Dutch team during the tournament. From what perspective would you say, how is it possible to perform in a good way? How is it possible that you say so? No, like I said, I think these players can perform in this way of playing in a great way. So the midfielders, we have some top strikers who can perform in this tactically way of playing, and as well in 4-3-3, but we decided to do another way because we thought it was a better one, and the players can perform better in this style. Then I want to continue with Simon from the Dutch magazine Football International. Good evening, Frank. How would you What do you think of the youngsters of the team? What is your opinion about them? Who mentioned? I don't know who told me. Was it Jochem or another guy about Gini Wijnaldum that he did not play or today, or he did not get ball possession that much as we wanted? Well, of course, you hope that he can be present today, but that depends, of course, also on the opponent. But when you take a look at Steven de Vrij, he performed a great tournament. He played really well, and I think that everybody took his moment. We played not that bad. It was good. But during these games against a tough opponent, you need to perform at top level. You need to be 100%. And I think that we could have done better, yes. But maybe I'm looking through my own pink glasses, that I see it through a sunny perspective. Of course, they created some opportunities and we wanted to create more. But it's not that easy. There are many examples that you cannot beat them that easily. You don't win from Austria that easily. The difference can be 2 centimeters, or Italy was out of the tournament as well, as you could have seen. And in my opinion, I think that when you don't perform well during this game, then you still have to win a game like this, and that was the feeling that I had today. I thought it would happen, and you had the opportunity. We had it. Daniel could have scored, and maybe with 11 players we had created more opportunities like that. But after the red card, everything changes, and this is it's a very bitter pill to take, and it hurts badly. Thanks a lot, Simon, and thanks a lot, everybody. I wish you all great way back to the Netherlands, and we see each other later on.